Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Katabasis. I'm going to say that completely different each time, so get ready for some fun shenanigans in that regard. Today, I'm going to introduce everyone here. Crap, that's not good. I'm not good at this showman stuff here. Go ahead, guys, and introduce yourselves and the character and playbook that you guys play as.
Do you want to sound us off so we don't talk over each other?
Ethan.
Hi. I'm Alex. I play the professional.
Damien.
Hi. I play Vance Guile, the gumshoe.
Luna.
Hi, like what they just said, my name's Luna, and I play Monstrous.
Morgan.
Hello, I play Ever the Constructed.
Jace.
Hi, I play Jax, the what is it? The hardhead,
Hard case.
hard case. Yeah, Jax the hard case.
And finally, last one but not least, Bree.
Hi, I play Ernest, the spooky.
And my name is Asher, the keeper of Katabasis. Now you see this.
Oh, really?
Now you see this Katabasis session will be interesting. So let's get straight into it. I'm now going to read a large recap that I wrote of what happened last session. It was a day or two after the events of the artist, the morning sun shining down on the town of Galloway, Colorado. This morning, though, was mundane, with Jax working the morning shift at his mechanic's shop, where like one familiar day, watched on the TV in the corner of the shop, which shared a news story that the local antique shop has been broken into and that the trespassers were still not found in police custody. Jax filed it away in his brain to investigate later as he continued working his shift. Alex, on the other hand, saw the same news report and decided under his badge as FBI to assist in a rather odd situation within the antique shop. While there, he spoke with the police on standby as well as the owner and found that this was not a break-in, but a breakout. Cross-examining the inventory sheets and the current available items within the shop, he surmised that a life-size doll and sword were the only things taken from the shop. With further questioning of the antique shop owner, the doll turned out to be rather expensive along with the sword. As the civilians in the scenario found it strange, Alex found it deeply disturbing. Leaving the scene of the antique shop, Alex made his way to the extremely close mechanic's shop that Jax worked at to tell him of the break-in/out. Alex asked for his assistance to figure out what could have happened, but during his explanation, was interrupted by another police car that drove past, lights and sirens blaring. In the distance, the officers at the antique shop also rushed out to their cars and drove off. Alex and Jax became perplexed and decided to check out the communications on the police scanner in Alex's FBI van. Turns out something bad happened in the outskirts of town, which involved a lot of blood. Changing gears, they both made their way to the scene. The scene itself was grisly. An abandoned car on the side of the road filled with luggage, and deeper in the woods, the sight of a familiar man to Jax, his old neighbor. He was strung up in the trees by his feet as he looked torn and ripped with no innards within him, a bloody mess of hanging meat that once was human. While the sight was difficult to behold, Alex spotted something, or someone. A young-looking woman standing nearby the scene, watching intently, wearing vintage clothing with long ginger hair, nearly glassy green eyes. Alex and this strange girl spoke, and found that this was the strange doll that broke out of the antique shop, but it's alive and talking to him, on its own. She introduced themselves as Ever, how do I say this? An automaton, and an assistant looking for those in need of help. But what came as one surprise as another one came as Jax spotted what looked to be another young woman entering the scene from the forest. More confused talking came about at the sight of two strangers in the scene of a grisly murder, and it was found out that the 18-year-old Rory was the name of the newcomer, having heard of a commotion and now looking into it. Alex made a quick phone call to the PICD to report what he found and claimed that the anomalous activity present in the form of a talking living doll as Ever was non-threatening and considered a Class 0 in the terminology of the PICD. But with these new witnesses, Alex decided to take Ever to the library to talk to Felix and consider a place for Ever to stay. as her willingness to return to the antique shop was non-existent. Jax stayed behind for a bit to investigate the scene. Rory's interest was piqued to investigate the scene and thus wanted to come. Together they found that claw marks can be seen etched into the bark of the tree, long and deep, ones that most definitely could have taken the man's life. They both surmised that oh goodness, that's a typo, no way. They both surmised that this creature was extremely strong, yet intelligent enough to suspend the man in the air with what looked to be root-like rope tied around his legs. The library would be a good start to figure out what this creature could be. Jax was beginning to leave when he realized that he drove with Alex on the way here and forgot his bike at the shop. Jax got ready to walk when Rory flew by him with a skateboard rolling down the road. Little thought was spared on the lack of reaction Rory had to the current situation, although seeming normal to her, yet Jax was more worried about the 10-minute long walk than to think too hard of the situation at hand. At the library, everyone arrived, the strange becoming known to the rest who didn't know the current situation, and the newcomers were met with speculation. But while describing the scene, Jax also explained to the group that the artist was still alive. Not human, but alive. And thus, we are still at the library. Naomi has put the idea out there that maybe that you guys should go and check out the scene again, and there is a little bit of a notion in her voice that she 100% wants to come along, but hasn't asked anyone specifically. She's just kind of hoping that you guys take her with.
Kids, get your parents' permission before investigating monster slaughters. Thank you very much.
We need to
What do you
decide
see
if
about that?
No parents?
Damn.
Right for the throat instantly.
Oh, is someone to see their mummy and daddy? Sorry.
Damn.
Don't you ever give Jax a British accent ever again. I will fucking slaughter you.
British Jax.
Okay. So, all right.
Yeah, you guys are at the library after having the conversation that you guys had. What do you guys plan to do next?
Ernest kind of thinks to himself, and then kind of blinks for a second. Wait, hold on. I get us going, like you, and you, like, and he points out Naomi, Felix, Alex, Vance, and like the ones that they met before. What about these two? And he points to
Rory and
to
Ever.
Rory and Ever.
Didn't we
We're
have our
just
meetings
gonna let
last
them come
session?
with us.
I was saying we met them last session, didn't we?
Yeah.
We met them last session, but
Oh, you're just continuing.
In canon time, and this is Ernest talking right now.
Mhm.
This is like in canon time. They've only met him for like maybe a few hours. Ernest only met them for like the past few minutes. So
Fair enough.
he's skeptical that, especially since now that all of a sudden this weird thing happens. These two are here now. He's
Wait,
He's a
you
little-
trying to say I have something involved?
I'm not saying that specifically. I mean, and also like I wouldn't want either of you guys to get hurt. The other thing is that we don't know your motives. Wait, actually, question, DM.
What?
Have I seen Rory before in Galway, Colorado school?
I don't know, Rory. Have you been in town recently?
I've been there for like a few days. I would have came when they were missing, technically.
So yeah, you probably have not. You have not seen Rory.
So maybe Oh, Ted.
So yeah, Ernest just kind of points out, yeah, I haven't met either of these
Did you get that?
people before.
Yeah, we got it, Luna.
Okay.
I haven't met either of these two before, and I don't. Are we just gonna leave them here, or are they coming with us? Like he's kind of like looking to the others, kind of like, what are we gonna do?
Well, I'd certainly like to help if possible.
If anything, this could be a good chance to see what they can do.
Like to go.
Wait, so they're already part of the group?
No.
Why not make them
Not yet.
part of it?
Naomi pipes up. I mean, they were at the scene. I mean, they'd know more about it.
Well, I don't really know much more than anyone else, I suppose. I was only a bystander after all.
Well, still, you
But
were there.
I'm willing to help the
You know where to start, though, at least.
That's true.
Ernest kind of like looks to the both of them. I mean, okay, he points to he points to like Alex and Vance and the other adults, and he kind of just goes, "All right, I'm fine if you're fine. I'm fine if y'all are fine."
I mean, should probably disable that.
I'm gonna just figure out a way to do that.
To turn off the soundboard?
Yeah.
I forgot how to turn off the soundboard.
I think you can mute
Oh
it.
shit.
Right next to the sound, or right next to like the activities in the stream, there's a soundboard. You can just turn that volume all the way down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
cut that part out. Maybe not. Maybe not.
No,
but
maybe it
I'll
is.
cut. I'll leave the metal pipe in the idea that don't worry, I'll cut that out, and then I just don't cut it out.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll cut it out. Never is cut out.
Anyway, I mean, I don't think they should be a bona fide member quite yet, but call this a screening, if you will. Ever doesn't seem very hostile towards anything, really. And
They smile.
I'm not quite sure about that one. Any points to Rory?
Well, what I would like to go if I have the option.
Why though?
Why are you gonna go?
Because I work with these guys, and because I work with these guys. I work with Alex and Vance and the like. That's why I'm questioning you. He kind of points at Rory.
Well, I'd like to, get to know the kinds of things that will be around here.
He kind of does a light squint
Question
or
is
like,
not if I can handle myself. I can.
I wouldn't be surprised if you can handle yourself. That I don't know. I mean, not that. I don't mean. With her, he kind of references to the doll. I'm not too sure how porcelain functions, but I imagine.
I
it's
assure you,
pretty-
I'm very sturdy.
Damn, I didn't know Ever was chill like that.
I was
What
gonna
is that?
say something.
Wait,
She's pretty sturdy with it.
what does that mean?
Since you're chill with it.
Just Gen Z, just Gen Z slang. That's all this is.
I feel like I should know Gen Z slang.
Gen slang in 1996.
we were so cringe.
Gen Z was like a year old in 1996.
But yeah,
I don't even think Gen Z was a
At
thing in
least.
1996. 1996 was
I
millennial
thought
age.
like
Yeah.
1996 was
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
earliest that people tend to say
um,
for like Gen Z being born.
Every
I don't
single
know.
adult here is a Gen X. Ernest and Naomi are, and technically, I guess, Rory are millennials.
Wait, Gen. Oh yeah, millennials.
Damn,
Sarah
Gen
Jane.
Xers.
Yeah.
Respect your elders.
Oh,
Fuck you.
That's not very respectful.
I like this kid.
Most of the adults were born in the 60s. We figured that out.
Oh,
Jesus. Some of y'all old.
It's the
Yeah.
90s. If you were born in like 1960, you'd be 36.
Yeah, that's
I am.
your 30s.
Some,
Yeah.
some of you. Some of your characters are functionally able to be like my uncles. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people in my family are actually really old.
Yes, I'm 64, baby.
1964.
You're old.
Ooh.
I'm dead.
But yeah. Ernest shrugs and
I'm
he's like,
dead.
and he kind of thinks to himself. He kind of thinks to himself and like looks to Naomi.
Excuse me.
Worst case scenario. He kind of like approaches Naomi. Do you think you'll be able to keep yourself sturdy in battle?
Excuse me?
What?
Well, hang on. This isn't exactly the mystery I would want Naomi to be in on. We saw. He looks at Naomi for a second and looks back. We saw a man gutted out there. You want Naomi to tag along?
I mean, first of all, they've seen worse.
have
I mean, I saw a couple.
be-
I saw a couple things, but probably not a gutted man.
Ernest, to be fair, that wasn't the worst. Deathgrift was worse.
Either way, they've seen. Well, they don't have to see it. First
you
of
just
all,
made that name up, didn't you?
No, that's a thing.
No, that's a thing.
Ugly motherfuckers.
yeah, it's a thing.
You want to see Jax's scar?
Oh, yeah, shit. I even got a
I
scar
would
for it.
love to see it.
What would a
Fucking-
scar like that even be like? It went straight through you.
It would just
It's
be,
just a
I guess.
puncture.
It's like
Yeah.
a really compressed Y shape in his stomach, and then he like turns around and you can see a slightly smaller one on the back.
You can see an entry wound, a scarred over entry
an
wound,
exit.
and an exit wound that has been scarred over.
Fucking
Ooh,
Kratos
oh,
with the blade of Olympus scar.
Does it hurt? Does it hurt
Not-
at all? She's just gonna poke it.
You're gonna fucking smack her head. Like, no, it doesn't hurt. It healed over.
It's just like scouting, right? I mean, it won't really be much danger.
I would hope so.
Just in case whatever was hunting comes back. Might be better if all of us stay together.
Oh, definitely. You think I'm gonna? You think I would leave Naomi all by themselves out of that kind of situation? Hell no. I think they're okay to at least check it out. They won't have to see the actual, horrific part of it, but at least getting them out in the field a little bit um, will at least get them a little bit further along the lines, if you get what I'm saying.
So does that mean I'm coming?
I say you can come,
She sort of looks
though
to.
I don't know how much.
She looks to Alex and
Though I don't know.
Felix in the
Sorry.
back.
Though I don't know if I have enough jurisdiction. I am one person, and I am technically young.
Let's go, kid.
Yes. And you see her
But
run. You see her like slightly like jog off to her room, and then come back, and you see what looks to be like this like slight bit of reflective light disappear under like the back behind her belt
But
when she comes up.
the moment anything goes awry, you're going back here with me, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'll be in the car.
She looks visibly happy.
Wait, hold on. Naomi, do you have a knife?
Pulls out a good old 8-inch knife.
Oh,
Get that? Where did you get that?
says
I got it someplace that you can't really get this big of knives from, but I just got it.
It was Felix.
Felix.
kid, don't you have a rifle?
No,
Naomi
I
doesn't.
Well, first of all, it's a hunting rifle, Vance. Also, hunting rifles are completely is completely legal, as far as I know, in 1996 Colorado. But I don't know if an 8-inch knife is able to be held by someone. You know how, like, in different states, they have, like, different conditions about how big of a knife you can carry.
It might as well be a machete at this point.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it is
Actively
illegal.
swallowing.
It is illegal
Hmm?
to carry concealed a knife that is larger than 3.5 inches.
Oh,
Ooh.
she is
She's fine.
trouble. It's fine.
Although,
She's with an
honestly,
FBI
Ernest actually
agent.
has, like, how big is Ernest's knife? I think it's 5 inches.
My
It's
knife,
1969,
my knife
not
is
69.
bigger.
I'm just
My
like,
knife is big. My knife is bigger than yours.
It's
I'm really
1996.
Are you really comparing sizes right now? Is that really what should be our priority?
Listen, my knife.
Well, if we're
It's cool.
comparing sizes.
I'm not.
But
We are not.
pulls out her
comparing
sword.
I have a sword.
I think my knife is bigger than all of yours.
That is
It's a great sword.
It's a great
It's a kind of knife.
It's not a knife.
It's a kind of knife.
It's not a kind of
You guys
knife.
want to see the knife I use for butter pulls out fucking claymore?
Yeah.
Okay, can you explain to me the mic setup for Jason Luna right now?
I'm no, I'll explain it because I just have a headset right now and I'm like holding it back and forth like I'm a fucking news anchor.
Okay, because I cannot hear any of you guys. You guys are really quiet.
God
No.
damn it!
Oh, there
that's
we go.
loud.
Yeah, we got to get kind of close. This is why I said we got to be like news anchor-ish.
Why don't you just pass the mic back and forth?
It's wired and it's not that long of a cable.
All right. She sort of just gives a quick glance to Felix. Felix just out of the, you could just if you do look at Felix, you see Felix just in the background. He's not even like part of the conversation, but he's listening into the back, sitting at his desk. You can see him like look over his shoulder, and he has like this small little smirk on before returning back to work on his desk.
Right. Gotcha. That makes sense. Well, either way, at least you're protected.
I won't go down without a fight.
I admire that.
I heard Alex already went to his car.
Alex?
Ethan.
Alex?
Huh? Sorry. I was in my own world. Yes, I went out to my car. I thought you were asking in character.
I said Alex.
Oh.
Alex.
No, I thought you were saying I saw it.
Oh.
You were asking Ernest.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm out of my car. Yes.
Naomi meets you in the car. Who else is going with the car? Who else is going in the van?
I'll go in the van.
Who else is going in the van? I don't want to walk.
I'm in the van.
I think we could probably all fit in the van, right? It's a van.
Everyone can fit in
Yeah.
the van, yeah.
Yeah, then Ernest is going in the van because I was about to say, like, how much space do we have in the van?
I figure it's a van. It's probably got at least 8 seats.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a big van. It can hold a lot of people.
It doesn't really have seats in the back. It's more like a surveillance setup, but there's still places to sit.
Room for 8 seats. Even if there's not.
There is room for 8 people to fit in said van. Doesn't matter if there are seats or not. You can just fit them in there.
You're like
You can
6 people
cram
anyway.
everybody in there. It'll be like a clown car. Everybody just piles up in the middle.
So where does Alex where do you go? Where do you take the crew?
Can we pick up McDonald's first? Sorry.
Ernest, I told you to eat before we left.
Are we gonna go to McDonald's?
Jax.
That was being ironic.
Or
What's
at least
McDonald's?
passing the mechanic shop?
You got McDonald's money?
Yes, we can pass the mechanic shop, but you really want to eat after seeing that? I mean, I've seen my fair share of things, but
Wait, did Ernest never see it?
I am very
I don't think
hungry.
Ernest saw that, did he?
No, Ernest hadn't seen it.
Yeah. I mean, he's like, well, I
or
haven't
vans.
seen it at
Right.
all.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all didn't see shit.
Do you actually want to stop by the mechanic shop, or was that?
No, I want to get my bike.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I can drop you off at the mechanic shop. Vance and Ernest, I can take you over to the crime scene, and you can see what it's all about.
Yeah.
I'd like to go as well to you at the crime scene.
All right, I guess I drop. What's his face? Jax off.
What's his face? Okay.
The mechanic
Which
shop.
Jax, you get your bike and you're like, "Oh yeah. It's
Yes,
go time."
Finally, I don't have to deal with anybody else in the fucking van.
What, do you not like us or something?
It's not that. It's not you. It's me. Vance.
Oh, does it feel
Listen,
good
it's
riding
not
your
you,
bike
it's me.
again?
I like my bike.
All right. Everyone, Jax gets his bike, and everyone's back going to the scene, and I've already described the scene. The police are there already, and they have been for the last couple hours. It looks like they're getting close to finishing up their investigation of the said area. They got forensics out here. They got more They got more cop cars, but there's not a lot of cops around. And you see and it looks to be that the van that was there at the beginning of the morning is no longer there, as if been towed to back to the police station. What do you do?
Interesting. So before Ernest gets out of the car, he's gonna look to Naomi and kind of just goes like, "Okay, they're here at the scene. Do you think you can handle yourself with this kind of scene?"
I mean, I won't know my limits unless I try. I think I can take
Okay.
it.
Okay. If it's too much for you, let me know and we'll head back to the van, okay?
Oh, okay.
Cool. He kind of pats her shoulder, and hops out. And starts walking towards the moiter scene.
The moiter scene.
I get out as well.
I assume everyone leaves, or at least everyone gets out of the van and gets to walks into the forest. And it's not long until you arrive once again at the scene. Now, The body is still hanging.
Mhm.
And I don't want to redescribe it because I already did redescribe it in the recap.
Still mangled.
But it's
fucked
still
up.
mangled, still
Guts are
there,
still
and still hung. There are police and forensics in the area. Alex, your FBI badge is once again recognized as you are, as everyone is brought to this space. And surprisingly enough, Ernest, you see your mother.
Oh.
Is she doing her job?
She is doing her job.
Mm-hmm. Yeesh. With Ernest seeing the sight, he's like, I'm not grossed out by it, but he's just like, yikes, this is a bad way to go. He actually approaches his mom. Hey, Ma?
Oh, Ernest. She sort of like gets up from just looking at the blood at the ground. What are you doing here?
I heard about this case. Me and my friends are kind of here to see, not here to see, but here to see if we can solve anything.
Oh yeah.
His
Okay, your friends? And she sort of just looks up and sort of nods.
Can they see that?
Yep.
Okay.
Everyone
Okay.
everyone can see Ernest's mom looking at them and smiling at them. There's like a slight wave, but she looks a little she was in the zone for work.
Jax will give it just a 2-finger wave back.
Rory will wave as well.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're doing, so I won't interfere, but if there's anything that you need me or want me to do, just go ahead and ask. I'll try to help as best I can.
Mm-hmm. He kind of nods and like looks around. Okay. I'm actually not sure what to look for. Is there any signs of tracks?
Now I want to know, now that you're asking, who wants to investigate and how are you guys investigating?
I'd like to investigate.
To investigate. How do you investigate?
Do I roll first?
How do
or...
you describe to me how you are investigating? This is narrative. This is a narrative focused game.
Okay. Well, I think I want to look around the environment, see if anything is out of place, things look wrong, things like that.
Okay.
Ways that they might have gotten up. Ways that they might have gotten whatever the creature is, how they got the body up to the branches.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus sharp to investigate a mystery for me, please.
Alright. First roll. New advanced. Bam. That is a 10.
Alright. You get to ask me 2 questions based on what you're looking into.
Okay. I want to ask, first, what is being concealed here?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to also ask, where did it go?
Okay, 2 really good questions. And you were looking at the body and thinking to yourself, how did it get up there? And your eyes fall to what looks to be the this root-like rope that is tied around or wrapped around his ankles, being hoisted up into a tree. Now you follow this root up the tree, and you realize that there is the same rope or root rope, and it angles off straight back down to the ground. So you go out of the way of the scene, you go into the forest a little bit, and you find what looked to be like a pulley system. As for how he got up there, he must have been pulled up here on a pulley system.
Maybe it attacks from a range.
And for where did it go? For where did it go? You don't see any tracks per se, but you do see smudges of blood against leaves, as if something was moved through these leaves in a certain direction.
Can I follow that direction?
Yes, you can. What is everyone else doing? How is everyone else investigating?
Alex is sticking near Naomi, making sure she's alright for the most part.
This is the first time she's looking at the scene, and her reaction is a hardened stare. Pretty much. She doesn't seem queasy, or at least looks like she's trying not to. At least looks sick, but she's holding on strong.
I want to say get a closer look at the body.
Okay. I think they were in the process of getting him down at this point. The police officers
I would like
were.
to get as close as I can to where they're getting the body.
Okay. You see the police officers work to with a rope cutter, like those tree limb cutters.
Mm-hmm.
He goes over and there's no safe way to do this, so they just cut him down and he falls with a horrible squelching noise on the ground, and even the police officers are like, goodness. And there's some that just leave the scene temporarily just to not throw up. Naomi does just turn around at that when she sees that. But the body is fallen, and Jax, you and Rory, along with Dr. Markle, Ernest's mom, are one of the first people to get to the body itself. What do you do? What are you looking for?
I kind of want to look for any distinguishing marks, like side effects of being close to the creature, claw marks, maybe something going on in the chest where, all the organs were.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything Rory want to do with the body?
I'll just kind of stand by there, see what everyone else is doing.
Okay. Jax, go ahead and roll investigate a mystery for me. Vance, do you tell anybody about this blood, these blood smears in the leaves?
Sure I will. Hey! There's a bit of a trail this way. Blood seems to be smearing in a certain direction. I'm gonna go follow it.
Do you want somebody to tag along?
Can I come with you?
Sure.
I got a 8, by the way, DM.
Okay, ask me a single question from the investigative mystery list.
You know what? What is being concealed here?
You know what? That is a good catch-all, end-all question. About the body, as you glance, Rory leaves to go get to Vance. You and Dr. Markle look down at this body, and you find this stuff, but Dr. Markle talks about certain wounds in there, and you guys both figure out that they're what seems to be a large. Now the rest it does seem like this body was rendered with claws. That is for a fact. There are these animalistic claws that ripped this guy apart. But what you do notice is that there are teeth marks around the ankles as well, where the rope was, as well as what looks to be a extremely thick in diameter diamond shape through the back of this guy.
What?
Okay, that a diamond-shaped
I'd say it's about.
hole.
I'd say it's about. Goodness. Quarter inch in diameter.
Okay, it's not as big as I was imagining it would be, but that is actually that's just fine. It's actually better than I was thinking. It's like, damn. But yeah, especially at the weird mark on the bag, Jax is just gonna like. Delta's had very confused by it. It's like, have you seen any kind of markings like this?
To Dr. Markle.
Yeah, to Miss Markle.
These markings are peculiar indeed. I don't know what could have caused them. Although when she glances down at the legs, she looks down at it and goes, I have seen something like this before. And she points at the teeth marks on the legs, like halfway up the calf. These are. Now, there are accidents. People accidentally step into their own traps. Those are bear trap teeth markings there.
Jeez.
Are we working with some DVD shit? What the fuck?
Damn, the new killer from Dead by Daylight looks kind of weird. Not gonna lie.
It's strange though. I don't know what the shape is in his back though. Hold on. She's wearing gloves. She's wearing gloves at the time, but you see her proceed to dig into the body from the chest cavity.
Oh
Wow.
shit.
Not really
Yeah,
necessarily
but,
dig in, but like, just move stuff
do your thing,
around.
Doc.
And you see this hole. And she sort of like folds a piece of skin from the chest over it and realize that there is the same hole on the opposite end.
Oh, an entry. Said an entry and an exit wound.
Although what you assume to be the exit wound seems to be ruptured like slightly. And she goes, that's what I thought. An arrow.
That's what I was thinking.
Jeez.
He was shot with an arrow, and someone pulled that arrow out of him. And that's a pretty thick arrow too. She looks at the diameter of the hole.
So you're saying it's claw marks and arrows?
I mean, this is the autopsy that I'm looking into. I need my equipment more to confirm more, but just from the looks of things, this is a rather grisly sight. I hope he does rest in peace, though. So,
Ernest is going to.
go ahead, Ernest. Go ahead.
Ernest is going to approach whatchamacallit, Jax. Jax, I want. Did you know this person?
Yeah, he lived across from me in the apartments.
Anyone else? Did he live with anyone else?
Oh, yeah. Wife and kid. But,
So where the fuck are they?
That's the same thing. He said they couldn't find anybody else.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
This whole case is getting weirder.
Tell me about.
With that, We're gonna go over to Ever. What are you doing?
I've been trying to think about that. Not only am I new to this, but also Ever is, and Ever also has a -1 in sharp, so I'm trying to figure out what they can do. I'm sorry.
Vance did ask if anyone was willing to come with him to the through the forest to check out this trail. That could be an avenue where you can come in, unless you have your own idea.
That's true. I don't. That's why I was trying to figure something out. Is that cool? Can I go with you?
I don't mind.
All right. I would follow behind them, I suppose.
So you guys are walking through the forest a little bit. It's a little dense and rough, but overall it's pretty tame for the forest. And you do follow these trail. This I wouldn't call it a trail, but these splotches of blood. And as you are walking through the brush, you notice it just stop.
Stops?
It just stops. There are no other bushes in the surrounding area that have the same blood splotches on their leaves.
Uh-oh.
Is there something above? Can I look up?
No, there's nothing above. Just trees and the sun shining down.
I would like to look the opposite direction. I want to look down. I want to see if the land at all has been manipulated anyway. This thing, whatever it seemed, that like kind of vine-like rope is a big. I feel like whatever this creature is might be tied to the ground, or the earth of some kind. So I want to see maybe it burrowed from here.
Okay.
Is there any land that looks disturbed? Any land that looks kind of off?
You know what? Read roll a bad situation.
Oh. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. 7.
Okay. Get one question from the list.
Let's see here. 1 second. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
You said that you were looking in the ground, right? Or towards the ground? And you were just checking the ground for any sort of disruption, any sort of thing like that. And you notice what looks to be an odd pile of leaves. There's just, strangely, just a pile of leaves on a part of, like, as if it was purposely set there. And you get closer until you realize, oh wait, that's a bear trap.
I don't step in the bear trap, do I?
No, you don't, because you rolled well. You rolled decently well. Your mixed success was the fact that you got close enough, but nearly stepped in it, but you didn't step in it.
Okay.
You were extremely close to stepping in it.
Can I drop a rock in it?
The trigger? Yeah, of course. Yeah, you do it.
Yeah.
Grab a rock, plop it down.
That was close. So, another thing that can just vanish if it wants to. Convenient. Well, it's never interesting if it's easy, but I take easy.
Who else was with Vance, if I recall correctly? It was
Me and
Rory.
The two newcomers.
The two newcomers went with Vance. Does Rory wanna do anything here? Or ever?
Are there Are there any other bear traps around, or is it just the one?
It seems to be like just the one.
Okay.
Like you guys walked pretty far into the forest, following this trail.
Yeah.
Is the trail just disappear?
Seemingly so, yes.
Do I smell anything?
Do you?
A sniffer?
How about you roll investigate a mystery for me, and we can tell. We can figure that out.
Which one was that for?
Roll plus sharp to Rory.
7.
Okay, you get to ask one question from the list.
Where did it go?
There, yep. That I was gonna say. I think that's the question that you were looking for. Where did it go? And Rory, as Vance is talking about this finding, you just close your eyes and just give a big inhale, and you catch something, and it's further in, of course, and it smells old, but a new smell enters, or at least a stronger scent floods your nostrils instead.
I don't like how you said it smells old.
Well, you smell two sets. It's the same scent, but one's stronger and one is older.
Hmm.
Something out over there. She points to the others in the direction where it is.
Mm-hmm. You point in that direction, and what do? Just stand there and point?
I'm going to start walking there.
Okay, yeah. You start...
will also...
Yeah, okay, yeah, you start walking towards that direction, and you hear from within the forest, you hear a voice ring out.
Hey, there's a bit of a trail this way. Blood seems to be smearing in a certain direction. I'm gonna go follow it.
Who does it sound like?
It sounds awfully a lot like Vance.
Eh.
Wait
Eh.
a second.
What does it sound like to
Oh,
Skinwalker.
It sounds like just... Would you recognize your own voice?
me? I think I would.
I would hope you would.
Then yes, you probably would.
Did you find a trail?
I'm standing next to them, right?
You were probably behind them, honestly. Like, Rory took off first. Ever was probably ready to move anyways, and you were probably last, so you were probably behind them a bit.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't think I like that.
Although the way that where Rory, it's almost as if like it was from behind Rory, but it seemed like it was put there almost.
Can I read about the situation?
It was disembodied in the sense of it could have been Vance, but at the same time it didn't. Like the position does not match.
Can I read a bad situation?
Okay, I mean, yeah, sure. Go ahead. What are you looking for specifically?
Well, can I say what I roll? I have a specific question I want to ask, but if I can get to, then
Go ahead and roll it.
9.
9. Okay. You get to ask one question.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Probably my favorite question on that list.
I bet it is.
You heard your voice and you're like, wait, that's not mine, and you just stop and listen. And the dangers that you haven't noticed, you hear a slight creaking of what sounds to be straining rope before you hear a loud snap. And I need you to roll act under pressure, Vance.
Uh-oh! Oh, shit.
To dodge
no.
what looks to be a huge, long arrow that flies from the forest.
7.
Okay.
I'm assuming they are out of eyeshot and earshot of us.
Oh yeah.
the main group?
100%.
At least we're talking.
Yeah.
We walked a while.
Yeah, you guys walked a while.
At least like multiple minutes.
Yeah,
I was
multiple
getting
minutes.
some food, so I didn't hear all of it.
Yeah, don't worry. This arrow flies.
Don't worry about it.
This arrow flies at you, and it digs. Basically, you dodge out of the way, but it catches your coat and sticks it to the ground. Now, this arrow is you just narrowly missed you, but you look down at it, and this is a massive 5 feet long arrow.
Oh my god.
Big.
And
That
it
is-
looks to be made of this like sharpened root like branch that is gnarled and curled, and you hear a shifting of the forest in the distance.
Where?
Fucking ballista?
Where?
Might as well be.
Yeah, where's the sound coming from?
Where ahead of you guys? Where you heard the voice?
I'd like to immediately put myself in between the other two and wherever we're hearing the noise.
Okay.
Aw. Aw.
What'd you say? Rory?
Appreciated.
We should go.
I agree. I'm gonna pick up the arrow though.
Okay.
The 5-foot arrow.
I want.
Yeah, I'm gonna. How heavy is it?
It's a quarter in diameter, 5-foot arrow.
It's a log. I'd be able to pick that up.
And
Roach has got himself a fucking walking stick of an arrow.
Yeah, I'll probably use it like that. Honestly.
And you guys rush back to the clearing.
Yeah, I think I'd like to.
Okay. Everyone roll act under pressure for me, please.
Okay.
I mean, everybody.
Not everyone right now.
Oh, okay.
Vance, Rory, and Ever to roll act under pressure right
Oh,
Oh.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
Beautiful. That's a 9. Another 9.
now. You got a 9? Okay.
Yeah.
I got 6.
Oh.
Does anyone want to help out Ever?
That's my job.
That is your job, but you
But the
you
helper
have
can use.
you have a chance of being saved. Pretty much.
I'll help out.
What does Rory roll?
Oh, Rory is gonna roll. So 9, 8, 6.
9, 8, 6. Ever, you could help out. You could help out Rory.
They rolled an 8, you said?
Yeah. They rolled an 8.
Yes.
You give +2 to help out.
That's sure I do. Yeah, I'll help out.
Okay, so Vance wants to help out for
Ever.
for Ever, and then Ever wants to help out for Rory. Okay. Now
Keeping myself,
I want you
behind
guys
them.
now I want you guys to describe exactly how you guys help out each other as you guys are
How
traversing
big is
through this
Ever?
forest.
Like 5'7".
5'7".
Yeah.
You're a wooden doll, correct?
A porcelain doll, yes.
Okay, even lighter. I'm gonna try and.
Oh, they're not light. You can try.
I will try.
Hefty.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
It's gonna work.
Okay, Ever, how do you
Promise.
help Rory?
I
While-
was just
while
gonna try and
Vance
like
is
keep
trying-
my hand with them and make sure they don't trip.
Okay.
Or like
Sounds
and
good,
keep
yeah.
myself
You up
behind them.
too.
Roll 2d6 plus cool, those who are helping out, basically Vance and Ever. You two are rolling to help out. Go ahead and roll plus cool.
So wait, is Vance helping Ever, and Ever is helping
It's
Rory?
a chain help.
Yeah.
This is a chain.
We're doing
help.
chain help.
Alright,
All
I think this is fitting for the situation. 5.
I rolled a 9.
All I can
Okay.
think about is
Okay.
Vance trying to
So
pick
you know
up
what this
Ever.
you know what this actually works out, because a mixed success for help out is you put yourself for trouble and danger, and
I think I was already in trouble.
Vance just failed the roll, meaning he can't help out. I don't think there's nothing that says on a failed, so you just failed to help out, and then yeah, this fits perfectly. But you do manage to help out Rory, so that means Rory gets a +2 to that, so that makes Rory get a 10, so that's a full success.
Yeah.
Rory, with the help of Ever, you make it through this forest back to the clearing pretty like not really quickly, but like as you guys actually know, I'll describe it now because now that we're done rolling, I'll describe what is actually happening. As you guys are rushing through this forest, ever slightly behind, not really ever slightly behind, but whatever formation you guys are rushing through, Vance, you nearly see it. You see another one of those like diagonal line rope pulley systems, and immediately duck out of the way. Unfortunately, Ever, you see it, but out of the corner of your eye, you could also see another bear trap that Rory is heading straight towards, which you basically just, as a quick time reaction, as you're running, you get caught through the vine trap, but push Rory out of the way of the bear trap. And then all of a sudden, Ever, you are yanked up from your feet into 10 feet up into the air upside down.
I am going to.
Ow.
Can I try and do a quick reaction?
What do you do? Describe it to me.
I want to grab my firearm and I'm going to try and shoot the vine. It may fling Ever, but it's probably a better fate than becoming a broken porcelain doll.
She's just gonna get launched into the air.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'd prefer they don't get launched.
Okay.
But
Also, by the way, because you failed that help out roll, make sure you mark experience.
Hey.
Vance.
I get.
Ooh, I only need one more.
I failed
Let's
my
go,
other
Pog. I only need one more, baby. Let's go, baby.
Hey.
So,
Alright.
I need you to roll act under pressure again to shoot down this.
Can the rest of us hear this commotion?
Well,
now you will.
Now
You hear a gunshot right now.
now you will. 7?
Okay, I got a 7.
All right. Let's see here. On a 7, on a mixed success, on a
Ooh.
there are options that I could see here.
Uh-huh.
Where is it? There you are. The keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay.
So what do you give me, boss man?
Everyone and everything can hear the gunshot.
Jax's head just snaps in the direction of the shot.
Yeah, so does Alex's.
But of course the vine breaks and Ever falls 10 feet. You don't take any damage at all, but
Cool.
you just fall back and you're like, you can't feel pain, so I'm not sure. You just fall. Like, oh, okay.
I just feel the sensation of, being, pushed against their body. They can feel gravity, I guess.
Oh, I can feel air going through in between my gears.
And my joints is flowing through.
Is this what it's like to be thrown?
I do not enjoy this yeeting
I do not enjoy this
scenario.
It isn't a word yet.
Now it is.
I am not liking this.
Ever
Please
invents
get me-
the word
oh.
yeet in the 90s.
Okay. So everyone who did hear the gunshot is running to the direction. There's not a lot of police in the area, but the some polices that did go do manage to run through the forest. Now, Vance, you drop it down, and do you rush
Wait,
over to?
everyone, including my mother?
No, probably not. Probably not Ernest's mom, but anyone who was armed with a pistol or just any form of weapon heard the gunshot and decided something bad is happening, we're gonna go in further investigate.
Listen, I mean, I got my crowbar.
Armed to the teeth. But you go through this. Everyone reaches this little forest where you do see what looks to be Evers on the ground. It does like you guys were running before this happened for a good like. If it was a few minutes of walking, this was about 3 minutes
Couple
of
minutes
couple minutes of running before this happened. So it takes a couple minutes for the others to arrive. But you hear, I need someone to roll another read a bad situation for me, please. Who wants to do that?
Lit. Hold on, let me read a bad situation. Read a bad situation is 6.
That's not the music that plays.
That's bad.
6? All right.
Jax, you don't gotta act like that. That's
That's
bad.
My reaction to the bad situation. That's bad. But
Oh, Atlas 2
Shit,
music.
how many of
Oh,
us
shit.
can roll at the same time, or is it just one?
We can just have one.
Hey.
Yeah, you guys. Jax, you witness as Ernest rushes forward into this forest, and it takes like about a minute of running in the direction of this gunshot before Ernest, you step on something and immediately feel pain as you are stuck to the ground, and you take 2 harm, and you look down and your leg is caught in a bear trap.
Oh,
Can I read a bad look around and read a bad situation and try to look for any of the threats, like visually?
Visually?
Yes.
Sure. Why not? Read a bad situation is one of my favorite moves in this game.
Oh my lordy lord! Oh, 11.
Okay, give me. You have 3 questions.
From read a bad situation, resources. Where are there any dangers I haven't noticed? I guess.
Yeah. That.
Oh yeah, because I just got here, so.
Mm-hmm.
What are any dangers I haven't noticed?
Any dangers that you haven't noticed? You don't see any threats in this general vicinity. Any other questions? You just noticed that there's a bear trap.
What's the best way to protect the victims?
Watch where you step.
Okay. As soon as I realize that, and I will ask my 3rd question in a second. As soon as I realize that, I'm gonna call out to everyone. Hey! Watch where you step. There's bear traps laid out everywhere. Walk slow.
Ernest is screaming, no shit, Sherlock, really?
Fucking so. And he's gonna like fucking see Ernest like struggling the bear chest. Good. And, like run over and start prying it open.
You see the police officers that are rushing deeper into the forest towards the gunshot. You hear another snap of a familiar metal clang as another bear trap happens and a guy falls face down into the dirt.
Oh.
It'll listen.
He
What's
screams
the
out in
biggest
pain.
threat?
And the biggest threat? These bear traps, man. They are not going to be fun for anybody.
Okay, so given that information, I feel as though it is safe to make my way to who's closer to me, Ernest or the officer that was in the bear trap?
Ernest, most likely.
I'm gonna. Yeah, is Jax there yet?
Yeah, Jax is on me.
Okay, then I'm gonna go for carefully and methodically, like I'm walking through a minefield, because I am. Walk towards that police officer and also yell out to the other police officers to hold and not move.
Mm-hmm. They do heed your warning. In fact, they probably do notice that their comrade just fell with a bear trap just embedded in his leg, and they all slow down to be more wary of their surroundings. Jax, what do you do to get Ernest out?
I'm not doing anything fancy over here. I'm just trying to like with both hands, use just raw strength to get it open enough for Ernest to get his leg free.
You know, I'm supposed to be a fan of your characters. Now, I do know it's going to be the same roll no matter what, but you do have a crowbar that you could pry this thing off.
I do have a crowbar that I could pry this open with. I'm gonna use that instead of risking my fingies.
Good.
And can I do what do I roll for that?
Tough, right? Because it's strength.
Yeah, roll, roll plus tough. Just straight tough.
Roll plus stuff. Yeah.
Protect someone.
Ooh, okay, that was about to be bad. But it wasn't. That's an 8.
Okay. You do succeed. Yeah, I'll say it doesn't take much to redo it. Like, what probably happens though is that you can't fully pry it open entirely and like reset the trap. You have to.
Which is fine. I just wanted to get his leg out of there.
Yeah, you get the leg out and it snaps closed, and it. Oh, Ernest, does it hurt?
And he slowly has to pry his leg out. Oh. For a 15-year-old, he cusses a lot.
For a 15-year-old, he doesn't cuss enough.
Yeah, he just kind of just screams as he starts pulling his leg out.
All right. Vance and Rory and Ever. You do hear the commotion of several bear traps get going off at once, and Ernest screaming in the distance.
Oh no. Oh dear. Get up and dust myself off.
All right.
Oh yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
He's gonna kind of look back. Is the threat of the creature still chasing them? He's gonna kind of hold his gun out.
Should I reveal it now?
Oh, my sword. Oh god.
You know what? I don't think I will.
Oh.
All right then, keep your secrets.
You see, actually, you know what? I'll allude to it. You see in the distance, it looks to be going away from you, in fact. A large, spindly shape move between the trees. It almost blends in with the trees before you see it disappear entirely. In the distance.
Is it a fucking what?
Maybe a left. Ooh, maybe a left. It'd be cool if there's Witcher monsters here. That'd be cool.
Because if it's a hunter and it's wooden and it has all these fancy schmancy traps, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a leshy.
Bear traps might not be its.
Hmm.
Take the opportunity now to head back.
Yeah. Right. Let's go.
All right.
Where's Naomi?
Naomi was following, but she's like frozen, like at the order of noticing, first of all, Ernest getting caught into a bear trap, and seeing the police officer, she immediately freezes up. Like, she was following you guys, but then she immediately freezes up and does not move, as if the floor is lava. But even though she's standing
That's
on it.
probably a good decision.
As
The
if
floor
Does
is bear trap.
as if she was
Is it-
surrounded by lava.
Does it look like she's frozen in terror or frozen in don't want to step on a bear trap?
Frozen and don't want to step on a bear trap, but also
Okay.
panicking slightly because Ernest
Yeah.
just got caught in a bear trap.
How's it going with this officer's leg?
Mangled.
Is it out?
That's not.
It's
Yeah.
out. You managed to wrench it out.
Okay.
How's Ernest?
I call
Ernest has been Ernest has taken 2 harm, so it looks like 2 harms worth of damage on that
Wow.
leg.
That helps.
Yikes.
Ouch. I don't know.
I'm gonna call the officer's
2 out
buddies
of
over.
7 looks pretty bad.
Tell them to carry him out, and then I'm gonna regroup with my party.
Eventually, Vance, Ever, Rory, you guys do eventually make it back to where you heard Ernest screaming, whoever I would think was
Immediately.
first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I just got, bitten by a bear trap, but that's fine.
Is the bear trap is it was it open so that it's ready to go again, or is it snap closed?
It's been snapped
It's
closed.
snapped closed again.
Okay, good. Are there any others around that I can see? Can I see any more?
Jack. Oh, yeah, never mind.
Other than the ones that have already snapped.
Now that you're noticing it, I will say that you do notice like 2 more bear traps, like not close, but you can definitely tell that they are purposely hidden, and you notice a pattern of covered up leaves.
I want to try and snap them all shut with twigs or rocks as
Okay.
best I can. Everyone that I see.
Yep, you do so. Actually, you know what? Roll act under pressure for one of them.
Okay. 10.
Okay, yeah,
Nice.
you grab a rock and you drop it, and realize you may have gotten your hand a little bit too close, but then you wrench it back up before it gets caught.
Ah, good.
But then the other one you get both of them perfectly well. So far, those are all the bear traps in this particular area now. Of course, you don't know how many you've missed on the way you ran through, because it looks like when you were following the trail, there were no bear traps.
He was probably purposefully avoiding them if he knew where they were.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
I'm gonna
Leave.
regroup with them.
Yeah, Jax is helping Ernest
Yeah.
because
Ernest
I know
pulls
walking
on-
on that lake is gonna be hell.
Yeah, he needs assistance with moving.
Yeah, I can't walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack, your boy Jax has got you.
And eventually everyone makes their way back to the clearing. You could see what looks to be the officers, or at least you see in the distance as you guys are grouped up. You see in the distance up ahead of you. You see the officers carrying.
Pussy.
Oh yeah, by the way, when Vance comes back, you see him holding like a walking stick.
Yeah.
And you would also see him jacketless for the first time since that got pinned back when the gigantic arrow was shot.
Oh,
So you would
showing a
see
bit
this
of
kind
skin
of
there, huh, Vance?
you would see this it's nothing too special. It would be this kind of white shirt, like the sleeves kind of tucked up to like where the elbows are. His black his tight black gloves still kind of being they're still fine, but then he has this like blue vest, like this nice navy vest.
Mancy.
Fancy.
Yep. You gotta look professional in this kind of line of work.
Well,
Nobody's gonna hire you if you look like a schmuck.
while Ernest is being carried, he's going to pull out his rifle.
Does anyone want to exchange information as they are running back, or
Let's get somewhere safe first.
Okay. In
I
the
want to keep
distance,
an eye behind us.
okay.
Make sure I don't get shot.
In the distance, you see these 2
Yeah.
police officers. Well, at least you see 3 police officers. And as you are running, you're about to catch up with them because they're a little slower. You see, I think one of you does see that one of them is about to step onto another trap.
Oh no.
And
I wanna yell out.
But you yell out, and he already took the step when he yelled out, and immediately you see it's
Shit.
seemed to be a rope trap,
God.
and immediately
Oh,
gets flung
hold on.
straight up into the air, and you hear a loud scream as you notice that he was whipped up and caught in what looks to be this cage, these three wooden sharp branches embedded like in him, like encaging him up 10 feet in the air.
Oh god, it's like Vietnam tactics. That's straight up guerrilla tactics right there.
Oh fuck! Oh,
And
that's
he is bleeding out
Brute
profusely
fucking
and is just, you probably think he's going to be a goner here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we can't stop right now.
You
We
hear
have
the
a-
police officer he was the one carrying the police officer that got bit in the leg, and you watch and you basically hear, "Jeremy, no," and then just doesn't really think. Naomi is freaking out. And eventually,
She's moving, right?
Yep, she's moving.
She is moving now?
She's moving, trying to follow you guys as best she can. And you know what? I really want to roll dice, so I'm gonna roll dice.
Oh, boy.
I can't roll dice in this game, so I'm gonna try to roll something.
Oh no. Oh no.
God.
Random event calendar. If it's a 12, we all die immediately.
Well, guess what, guys? It's a 10.
Oh. Oh no.
Only half of us die immediately.
Only half of us. The other police officer, as the other guy was ripped up to the sky, you could watch as the other guy fall, and as you guys get closer, he fell, like his head nearly hits another bear trap.
Oh.
Oh my god.
The guy who was limping fell?
The guy who was limping fell and nearly got his head caught in a bear trap.
I want to go help him. Help him run.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no pet.
Yeah, you help him run. You can't help the other guy, and eventually everyone you make it back to the safety of the clearing. You guys made it.
Dr. Merkel's not gonna be happy.
You've made it back to
Oh,
the
yeah.
clearing, and there's no other people here except for Dr. Markle. And she rushes over to Ernest, who is bleeding profusely from the leg, and says, "Oh, what happened?"
Some
Bear trap.
Yes, there was bear traps, but I don't know who set them out there. There's like tons of them spread out. That's illegal, especially this close to to residences. Ow! Owie!
Ow! It did take a pretty massive chunk out of your leg.
Yeah.
Kiki for his mom.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear. Yeah. I came in an ambulance here. And she's like, get the wounded to the truck.
I do that.
Okay. And you guys do, and she sort of puts the cop in the ambulance with the assistance of Ever, and she half closes the door, and then immediately looks to Ernest and then Jax, and then she just looks down at the wound, and she puts a hand over. There is this familiar magic glow, and Ernest, you heal 2 points.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
As your
Magic
flesh
mom.
flesh mounts. And Jax, you understand that this is exactly what happened after the Banshee fight, and you understood that she could do this when she healed you.
In dire situations.
But she
Well, they're
did
up
it
there.
she did it discreetly enough so that it was only Ernest and Jax that saw.
Well, they're down there because I'm assuming the ambulance is on the street.
Yeah.
I'm going to be Looking for Naomi. Where is she?
She is in the clearing, away from the body. Probably close. Maybe you guys did run out to the road, out of the clearing in general, and just is at the road now.
Yeah. Just not with the group.
Yeah. So everyone is at the road, and trying to catch a breath, as well as Dr. Markle loading up that one officer and then in the ambulance and then taking him back to the police station.
I'm gonna walk up to Naomi and I'd be like, "Are you all right, kid?"
I'm fine. She's shaking. She's not fine.
Can you see why I didn't want to take you out on something like this?
No. I can handle it. I gotta start somewhere.
This isn't a starting point. This one went pretty poorly. Do you think you'll be
I want to go back to the library.
okay? How's she gonna get there on her own? Walk?
We got the van.
I know, but she sounded like she was gonna do it on her own.
She won't.
Well, maybe,
she doesn't.
Maybe I could ask.
She doesn't want to walk. She doesn't want to walk anywhere.
All right, I can take you there.
She could wait by the car, or in the car, or in the van.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I suggest that. Go wait in the car. You're in trouble. No.
She waits in the van. What do you guys do now that you guys are in relative safety?
I'm gonna go check on Ernest's leg, cause that was gnarly, bro.
It was gnarly, because as the ambulance pulled out, you get to see a freshly healed leg that was definitely not healed. Like this
Standing
last
already?
time. Yep.
That was in character.
Yeah. Sorry.
Standing already? That brings a new meaning to walk it off.
God damn it. Ernest kind of just goes, yeah, just kind of magicked myself.
I witnessed Jax being healed by Ernest's mom, right?
No, you didn't.
I didn't?
Nope.
It was Ernest and Jax stayed at the site because they were mourning the loss of the mom.
I mean, I've seen you do it to us, so why couldn't you do it to yourself? Understandable. How is everyone else?
I'm concerned that we're letting that person or creature continue to roam.
Trust me, I think we're all thinking that.
Probably should have someone get the rest of those bear traps.
Nose goes, and he touches his nose.
Or at least have it make it like the police put up their yellow tape so no one goes out in there.
Yeah.
That's a very good idea, because that shit hurt.
It looked like it.
How the hell? He just kind of stares at your leg for a minute.
What?
Get
a souvenir out there?
I think I've been doing this long enough to not need to ask that question anymore.
Well, no. Okay, yeah. Jax was saying this
Bless
about the arrow. Also, bless you.
Bless you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My sneezes don't usually show on the mic. I have mine turned up for Ever's voice.
You shoved that into your nose for that one.
So sorry.
No, that's fine. That's good.
But yeah,
But
Jax
we
is eyeing the big ass arrow that Vance is.
Oh
fucking-
yeah, the arrow.
That's
Oh,
what he
this
was
thing?
saying. The souvenir.
You really, in a time of death or life and death, you really chose to pick up a stick like when we were kids.
This thing was flung at me at. Keeper, how fast was this thing launched at me?
Hold on.
Light
I'm
speed.
gonna look up something real quick.
Ludicrous speed.
Yeah, the average speed of an arrow being shot. I don't know how. Probably.
I mean, mind you, not your average arrow.
225 feet per second.
Wow.
Hold on. 225 feet per second.
And
225.
And it narrowly missed you. It took your coat, but it narrowly missed you.
That thing was going 153 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's how fast you have to shoot an arrow for it to go.
Good God.
I have a question about it.
It takes about a second to reach a 90-meter target, which it probably was 90 meters away.
This thing was fired at me at a very fast speed. Landed right next to me, took my coat, and if I'm remembering right, didn't our previous victim have a similar hole in his chest?
You weren't there for that.
I was there when the body came down, wasn't I?
I thought you left because I described Rory going with leaving to go with Vance.
But this thing was launched at me regardless, so I'm keeping it. It could very well help in this investigation.
I have a question for the keeper.
What is the question for the keeper?
Does the arrow look just like a giant bow and arrow, or does it look like a giant crossbow bolt?
It looks like a giant, it looks like it's made of root and stick, but weaved in a way that it looks more like a bow and arrow.
Okay.
Not a crossbow.
My first
bolt.
thought was like ballista, but that's interesting.
We fighting the Na'vi out here.
Well, do you know how long an average arrow is?
Arrow is like
2 or 3 feet.
Two,
foot
3
and a
feet.
half.
About 38 inches in length.
Okay, so about 3 feet long. Yeah. That's big. That's a big arrow.
Yeah, it's a big ass arrow.
That's something that can kill an elephant.
Yeah.
It can technically be claimed as a javelin.
Ugh. Question is, was it fired or was it thrown? That is a question that would determine the strength.
Hold on. Can people throw shit at 100 miles an hour?
Assuming this is not a
If you're
human.
the size of a tree.
In any case, it might narrow down some answers.
I can't really play as
I don't
Naomi,
know
so I
about
can't ask
anybody
people
else, but I
questions,
can't think of anybody else that uses a big fucking piece of root to kill something out here.
Actually, you know what? I want someone to roll sharp for me, please, as they are looking at this arrow.
I'll do it. I'm a smart boy.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Just 2, baby. 13. What? 13.
Okay.
Hey.
Ernest, now you've been outdoors. You've been an outdoorsy kid a little bit.
I hunt.
Yes, you hunt exactly. This arrow looks makeshift. Like
Makeshift is in.
there are arrow-like qualities in this root, in this stick. It looks natural. Like it looks like it's just weaved weaved branches, but it looks like it's been like built.
This stuff was just. This stuff seems pretty built. Like all of this is just root right here. Like he kind of like points out to like all this is just root all along here. This was made. Like somebody turned this into the shape. Though I don't know how much that would be of help.
Well, whatever creature it is must have some sort of expertise with plant life, I suppose.
Plant life and hunting.
Yes. To be able to craft an arrow, especially one of this size.
It's definitely intelligent enough to do so. At
And
least gives
to
me a
scrap.
hint on what. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
It at least gives us a hint on how smart potentially this thing is. Because this is not a creature. This is not like the Death Grifter that we fought before where it functioned basically like an animal. This thing can coordinate, it can plan, and it can create. Can't create life, thank God, but it can create tools.
Does Rory ever or Vance remember what else it did?
Yeah, I remember.
Would you like to share with the class?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was a good moment. There was already a conversation happening about the tool first.
You can go ahead.
And this isn't the only thing it did.
What?
You know how the body was strung up on the trees?
Yeah.
Seemed to have tried to attack us that way too. Grabbed Ever. Lucky I was able to shoot them off of it.
So it made rope traps. Okay.
No, not traps.
Huh?
They came directly from the creature.
Oh.
Wait,
They weren't.
Did I not?
They weren't set. They weren't set on the ground. It was used like a pulley. So they launched these vine-like tendrils around you and then pulled you up with a pulley-esque system that they form however far away they were. They did this with the other person too, because not too far out from where they were strung up, it looked like there was a similar system.
Huh.
So, whatever this thing is, it likes to keep its distance. Use the forest as cover. It looked almost like it blended in with the trees. I didn't get a very good look at it because of that. But whatever it is, it's might be right now something to assume that it could be something similar in terms of appearance.
Tree-like.
So, tree-like, possibly tree-like, attacks from a distance using various trap-like methods and can create vine-like tendrils that they can launch outwards.
Oh,
Did
there
anything
was
else
something else it did as well.
What?
It made a voice.
Ah, yeah, mine.
It used Vance's voice.
It can mimic?
What?
Seems that way.
Oh, that's a problem. At least I think I know why he got killed. In reference to the current victim. And what happened? Something that still puzzles me. Because here's one thing. It appears to be, at least as far as we know, with its victims, it leaves them. It leaves them behind, either to be found or maybe as a trophy. I don't know.
It hunts for sport.
Exactly. It hunts for sport. So if that's the case, if this is constant, I don't know if this is a constant, then it's possible that the wife could still be alive.
The wife?
You think that they'll...
Sorry, you go ahead.
You think they might still be out there?
I mean, it's possible. Either that or they're just dead somewhere else.
Before we were attacked, I did smell a few different things. One of them possibly being what was out there, but there could have been another that might have been the.
I'm sorry, you smell?
Yes.
Ernest kind of squints.
Honestly, I've seen Stranger Things.
Good show.
Stranger Things.
It doesn't exist yet.
It does in my head canon. I'm joking. I'm joking.
D&D is still new.
That's true. Yeah, it is. It is technically still new.
Huh.
It might be worth going back at a later time, maybe, or if we want to go now.
Later. We should grab a few things first.
I agree.
And at least possibly get some research done.
I agree.
Get us anywhere closer to figuring out what that is.
We have plenty of things to keep in mind if we want to look for more. How's Naomi looking?
She is shook in the car, in the van.
Welcome to the big leagues. You alright?
She sort of cranks down the window. I mean, like, could be better. I didn't get stuck by a trap, so I think I'm good. She's still shaky a little bit.
You seem like you're putting on a face.
Isn't that what you guys do? Because you guys are pretty calm about it.
It's something you get used to, I guess. I wasn't calm a few minutes ago, but I mean, my job to come away from situations like these, asking questions. Staying panicked for too long isn't going to help me solve my case.
Well,
so it's a skill you pick up.
What
It might take a little while.
Yeah. Okay. She cranks back up the window. So what do you guys do? Where are you guys going? What are you guys doing?
While we're in the back here, I want to just take a look at this. While we're in the back, I just want to take a look at this arrow. I want to, like, inspect it a bit.
Okay.
Is it, like, perfectly straight, or is it more like a large tree branch where it kind of curves every so often?
It is perfectly straight. Like a standard arrow. Just much longer and a little thicker.
Unnatural in that case.
Unnaturally perfect for an arrow.
It's just crafted.
Yes, that's what Ernest figured out and told the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go with the program, man. No, I'm kidding.
The tip.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything? Is it coated in anything? I don't imagine it is. I don't think it would need to be.
No, it is not. But the tip itself, it is a it's a diamond shape tip that looks to be sharpened, possibly petrified wood. It still looks handcrafted, like this is like something that was made, but instead of like stone, it was used with petrified wood.
All made of wood. Were the bear traps made of metal?
Were you observant?
made of
Were you observant enough to notice that? Probably. You guys probably were.
They
All that. I did like pull.
You did, yeah.
Like,
That's
I
right.
didn't look
Yeah,
at
they
you did
were.
disarm, like,
They
two of
were
them.
extremely rusty metal, as if they're really old.
Oh shit! I got tetanus.
Yeah.
Don't worry, magic healing can fix all of that.
So, I'm not too sure if the bear traps are affiliated. Though there were a concerningly large amount of them cluttered up in one area. Which, I mean, I'm not a hunter, but that doesn't seem effective. Putting them all in one small stretch of land.
Unless you knew where the people or whatever you were hunting was going to be.
Maybe.
Which might make sense if it was luring people.
Army doesn't know if that's what it would want. Maybe not. That's unclear. Can't really tell what it wants.
Perhaps it's territorial?
Possibly. But we can't know for sure since there's only been one victim so far. Well, two now.
Rather not there be more of them.
Yes.
Either way, we should have the police close down this area. Only problem is, if it can't find any prey, it might migrate. He kind of leans back and puts a hand to his, to the bottom of his chest, kind of thinking.
So what is the next course of action?
Jax is gonna go back to his apartment.
Okay.
To get some extra gear.
So Alex is gonna drop off people to certain places.
Yes.
Right.
And is gonna stay with Naomi.
Okay. So everyone's just gonna go. They're gonna stop real quick at Jax's apartment. Jax, what do you grab from your apartment?
My hunting rifle.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. Is it a hunting rifle? I'm gonna double check that actually real quick.
Hunting rifle gang.
Do you have a gun?
I do. It is indeed a hunting rifle.
Nice.
Hunting rifle gang. Let's go.
Let's go.
Gun.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually something I'd like to shop for real quick.
What is
I don't
it?
picture it would be very expensive.
Ooh.
What is it you're shopping for?
Shopping montage.
I would like to buy a couple cans of hairspray.
Couple cans of hairspray. Okay, got it. You get your hairspray.
I know what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking
He returned to the van with a bag of 8 cans of hairspray.
I think I know what you're doing too.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what you're doing.
I say I think because you could just ask Felix for his flamethrower.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's heavy. And if we're yanked in the air, I would rather keep the stream a little smaller, more controlled.
You know what? That's fair. Besides, I don't think Felix would have given you his flamethrower anyways.
I don't know. Luna, would Felix have given me his flamethrower if I asked very nicely?
No.
Oh.
I'm staying.
Yeah, sorry,
listen,
but
I'm,
Jax tried to end episode 1. It didn't work.
Man. Alright, well. That's why we got the hairspray, fellas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Does, before we leave the store, Vance looks to everybody. Does, everyone have a lighter?
I don't know. I don't think Alex would carry a lighter now.
Ernest is 15. He don't smoke.
I have no possessions.
I do not own anything.
I have no.
Except for
That's
this
a lie. I have
sword.
one sword.
Jax.
Jax ain't there yet.
Vance, like, drops his head, gets out of the van again, walks back in and buys a handful. After buying a ton of hairspray, he buys a few lighters. This masked man walks into this, like, convenience store, buys cans of hairspray, and 8 lighters.
Don't worry, you left the store,
Totally
so I
not
reset their
suspicious
memory.
at all.
Please tell me how the cashier is looking at me when I
This
talk about
cashier
lighters.
is a young man, you know, like probably not even 20, and he's like just looking at you, just sort of quirks a brow, and then but slowly like writes
Just
up the
one single
receipt. That starts scanning and writing up the receipt, because I don't think scanners existed in 1990. No, they did they?
Oh, they did.
Probably.
I probably did.
This guy's working minimum wage. He doesn't care what you're buying.
Either way, he writes
That's
up.
not his
Either way,
business.
I think this shop doesn't have one of those, so he writes up the receipt, which is what they used to do.
Damn.
And
He's getting one very long, unblinking stare, maintaining eye contact.
and he hands
Can
you the
you
receipt.
see his eyes?
As long as you don't
No,
walk
you
in with a
wouldn't.
fucking
It's the
funny
pipe bomb,
thing.
Like,
or
I think-
trying to buy
I think he'd
anything
be.
from this kind of store.
I think he'd try like looking at you, like just like trying to see like what could, you know, he actually did try, like trying to read your eyes, but you can't find them because they're not there. Or they are there.
As he
But-
very deeply focuses and stares, he sees enter from the bottom of his vision, in between 2 fingers, the cash required for the lighters, as well as a business card slipped into the mix. He sees it like slowly rise from like the bottom of his vision.
He takes the money in the card, writes the thing down on the receipt, hands it to you, and says, "Thank you for shopping at our local Kmart."
It's a Kmart.
Kmart.
Not Kmart.
Oh my
I
God,
hope you
the-
have a nice day, I guess. And just stares at you as you leave.
I love your enthusiasm. Keep up the good work. He leaves.
He looks at the business card and just You don't see what he does with it as you leave the store, but he was just was looking at
He
it.
would like look in the window. He would try and be very curious.
He would
Him
like
look
he
through
would
the
like
window?
you could see him like tap it like on his hands, and then just like he would look at it, but then just look around just haphazardly, and he would just all of a sudden his eyes would glance on you, just both hands on the windows staring through, and then he's just like. He awkwardly smiles and just puts it in his pocket.
That's
I'm just
right.
imagining
You're
like, all the
terrifying
time,
the
perfect
locals.
scheme.
The masked
The
figure
scheme
looks
of
satisfied
breathing.
and turns away.
Okay.
He's
Masked
traumatized
man terrorizes local Kmart employee.
Did Kmart exist in 1996?
I'm sure
Yeah,
it did. It
they
doesn't
did.
exist anymore.
Doesn't?
Nope.
Pretty much, no.
Wait.
Yeah, there's a Kmart commercial, 1996 television commercial.
They've all, yeah, Kmart's like all but extinct. I haven't seen a functioning Kmart since like 2013.
Then again, Kmart was just a barely functioning franchise by then.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, not
Not
sponsored.
sponsored.
Not
Not
trust us, we're not
sponsored
sponsored
by
by a
this
company that doesn't
giant
exist.
No, we are.
Hashtag ad.
Okay.
I'm joking.
He returns and gives
There's a
everybody
Kmart 40
their
minutes
lighter.
away from me.
Nice. He returns and gives everybody their lighters. Specifically, what does Ever do with the lighter? Do
They know what a
have
lighter is.
pockets? No, I know. I'm just. Do you have pockets? Would you?
Do
No,
vintage
just-
skirts have pockets?
I don't think they would. No. I don't think they would.
Huh.
Would
What do we
you-
do? That's a good question.
Would you just stare at it, hold it normally like a normal person, or play with
Probably.
it? I don't know.
Just hold it.
I think
Okay.
I think Naomi would be looking in the general direction of just Ever in general, just just watching her because she's new and also a living doll, so she just would just occasionally look at her, and she would like look down at her clothes and go, wait a minute, that's some pretty old clothes. I mean, don't you think people will find it strange for her to be walking around like that?
Ever just kind of looks around at what everybody else is wearing. Yes, I suppose my fashion is rather different.
I have an idea. We can go shopping.
Makeover session.
We can go shopping.
Conversation with Ever.
Well, if you
Let's
need
go.
clothes, we are at a Kmart.
Just came out of clothes.
No, we're not going back. Don't make them go back to the Kmart.
Naomi
I have
actually
already driven off.
Naomi seems visibly excited to go like pick out clothes for Ever to wear,
Well,
as if she's already like confirmed that that's what they're doing, even though she asked nobody, even Ever.
By the way,
It's just she
That's
just
fine.
decided we're just going shopping after this.
Naomi, as she would be like looking behind, would see sliding up from underneath the window her lighter, slowly rising from underneath the window. Does she take it?
terrifying.
That one's hers.
Okay. Yeah, she grabs it and she puts it in her pockets because she has some.
The masked
Naomi
figure
doesn't
looks
smoke,
satisfied.
Vance, Naomi doesn't smoke. Do you?
Tosses one to Ernest.
I don't smoke.
Not yet, you don't.
No, not.
That's the
Yeah.
spirit.
Smoking is actually
No.
very bad for your health.
Do I need? He lifts he like flicks the like lighter top like kind of back to where like the actual like lighter's revealed and holds up the can of hairspray. Do I need to show you guys an example of what these are for?
Vance,
Ever doesn't know what hairspray is.
Vance, that goes off in my van. And he doesn't even finish his sentence. He just looks at you in the rearview mirror.
He just like his head kind of turns.
Yup.
Well, listen. You are the one who keeps misinterpreting why I purchase lighters.
Why
I
did you
know,
give one to Naomi and Ernest?
Because they're going to need these if we find that thing. Because
Alright,
then we get to do. Then we get. He holds the hairspray and the lighter closer together. Because then we yeah, do that.
Well, I apologize for remembering your history in the academy with your
You
behind
were
the
always
mess hall
jealous of my
activities.
inventiveness.
Inventiveness? You smoked grass. Literal grass,
I
not
did
weed.
not smoke grass. I have never smoked in my life. Do you know how difficult it is to smoke with a mask on?
What was happening when you were going behind the mess hall then?
I was looking at bugs.
Did you find any good ones?
Hey guys, look at this cool bug I found. Oh yeah, man, that's pretty nice. Shut the fuck up.
Let's go get quotes. Let's go get quotes.
Vance, every
Oh
single
my
day.
goodness. What were you doing
Every
behind the
si-
mess hall then? I was looking at bugs.
Well, I was looking at bugs.
Every
Mind you-
single day,
Mind you,
Vance.
my friends. Mind you, my friends. This is when he means the academy. This is a grown man who is
Yes,
doing.
yes.
Yes.
This is a literal
not
adult man.
Yep. Listen, bugs are
Hey,
fascinating.
This isn't an insult, but I think Vance has a bit of the autism.
I was. Wait. What was he said? I was
Just a
looking at
smidge
bugs.
of it.
I was looking at bugs.
Vance, every day I
Right.
learn something about you that makes everything make so much more sense.
What is that supposed to mean?
Take it however you will, Vance.
I was looking at bugs. Oh my goodness.
I love improv. I love
I
improv.
love you guys so much. Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
He was looking at ball.
He was looking at bugs.
You were looking at bugs. You were looking at bugs.
He's looking at bugs.
Ever brought up a good question? Did you find any good ones?
June bug once. That was pretty cool.
June bugs are.
Ernest himself is like kind of like pinching between his nose. How am I, a 15-year-old, more mature than you? You're a grown man. You're in a police academy, and you're
What does
looking
this have
at
to
bugs.
do with? What does this have to do with maturity? People make careers out of that.
You want to work your career to be a
Ever
policeman.
heard of an entomologist?
And that's part of forensics. That's common-ish.
Yeah, it's all related. It's all related.
It all
I
comes back to bugs.
I seem to have
Still
missed
pinching
the.
between his brow. Can we just get back
Ernest,
to
and also, and Vance specifically probably would be more focused in forensics.
Oh my goodness.
I seem to have
He was
missed
looking at
the
bugs.
bug
Yeah.
chapter in the academy.
You never asked. So
You asked about. How can you just go into the drill instructor and go, teach me about bugs?
Oh my goodness.
Ernest pinches between his nose again and just goes, can we just get back to the library? Can we just get back to the library, please?
Alex is gonna spend the rest of the trip just bewildered that he said that, laughing the entire time.
He was looking at bugs.
He was looking at bugs.
I love every single one of these.
Okay, everyone. You guys,
the bug.
you guys
Alright.
make it to the
Yeah, yeah.
library, and you guys go inside. The it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and thus you guys get down to the basement. What do you guys do in the basement of the library? Felix welcomes you back, and sort of regards the fact that Naomi just walks straight to her room, and then just closes the door, and you don't see her exit the room for a while.
She had a difficult day, to say the least.
Ernest,
Yeah.
in a little bit, go check up on her.
I was already planning on doing that in the first place.
Good.
Ernest already is heading towards the bookshelves.
Vance was looking at bugs, fellas.
He was looking
Vance
at bugs.
was looking at.
He was looking at bugs.
What the fuck?
I was looking at bugs on the way here.
I did nothing but look at bugs for 3 days.
Listen, a man can have hobbies, okay? Is it so wrong?
It's very wrong, Vance.
Okay, guys.
So wrong.
What are you guys looking?
What are we talking about?
What are you guys looking into? What are you guys researching?
I'm gonna look up anything that's like under the description of what we have. Like, so it's a mimic. It's the mimic. It blends in with the trees. It's able to craft hunting materials. What else?
You can mimic
Possibly hunts with a
voices.
sword. I already mentioned that.
Tree-like tendrils.
Yes, tree-like tendrils. So yeah, I'm looking for anything under that description.
Okay.
Did I help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Is anyone else researching anything other than that? Well, I guess you need to know what it is first before you can research anything else. So yeah. Ernest, go ahead and roll investigate a mystery for me, please.
Yeah, sharp boy. I have brains. Eh. I rolled a d20. 10.
10. You don't have any moves. You don't have any moves advanced, so ever you can help out, but there's not going to be any need because
Yeah, you already got a 10, so
success pretty much.
just also there.
Yeah.
Actually,
Ever's,
can I go
Ever's-
make tea for everybody?
You know what? Yes, you can. I will allow that.
Okay.
Felix is a
Thanks.
tea. Felix is a tea drinker. Unless, of course, Luna says no.
I'll have a tea.
Yes.
All right. Ever makes tea. And you get to ask me 2 questions there, Ernest.
What? Yeah, hold on. Hold. Those are the weak resources. Investigate a mystery. Wait, no. What do we have to look under?
Investigate a mystery.
Oh, it is investigate a mystery.
You get to choose 2 questions.
I'm gonna ask what sort of creature is it, of course, and then what can I do to hurt it?
Okay. Good questions. From this information that you get, you are looking through these old tomes, and it takes a long time, and enough time for Ever to come back with tea for everyone who wants it, and it does calm the nerves. And this is surprisingly good tea, and like it tastes old and refined. You read through these tomes of old, and it doesn't take long before you find information on a creature that are natural hunters, or not necessarily natural hunters, but within woodlands are predators within woodlands areas there. Now, normally these type of creatures reside up in northern American culture. And especially something that can mimic voices, you realize this could possibly be a Wendigo. Though it's strange, it's not acting like a Wendigo. It's not. It is eternally hungry, but it's hunting, and Wendigos do hunt. But normally,
but it's hunting for sport.
They
There's
hunt.
normally nothing left but bones.
Not really
right?
that. They hunt animalistically. This one does not follow the same approach. And you didn't get a good look at it. The only one who did was Vance, but the general description of a Wendigo through many descriptors was that they were tall, slender beings, that of a deer skull as a head, little to no fur, or there could be some fur, but normally an emaciated appearance, as they are in eternal hunger for meat. But there is some entry here that says that they hibernate.
They hibernate. Is it? Dare I ask? Is it Wendigo season? Currently?
You get the idea that if it's setting up traps and hunting, you think the idea is that it's preparing for hibernation.
Preparing for winter.
But the means in which it's doing it is far too advanced for any Wendigo to properly do. There's something weird about this one that is being hyper intelligent. The fact that it can craft handmade things these things are nigh impossible for a standard Wendigo.
Mm-hmm. Wendigos usually able to control vines and stuff?
No, in fact, it does not say anything about controlling vines in the books. And
is it possible that there are? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it possible that there are subspecies of Wendigo?
You look into it, and you understand that there are two types of Wendigos. Ones that were born, and ones that were made.
Mm-hmm.
So, it looks like people can be turned into Wendigos if bitten by one, or partially eaten alive but not killed outright.
Yeah. Kind of werewolf rules, right?
Yeah, werewolf rules. And that leads into my next question on how to kill it. Or how can you hurt it? Silver seems to be, through the book, a prominent weakness against it, as apparently it is extremely fast healing abilities. Or at least nothing else seems to affect it greatly other than silver. But there are many different legends on the Wendigo that you can't tell which is true about how to properly stop it. Some say that you need to burn the corpse after you kill it with silver. Some say you need to rip its heart out and bury it. Some say that you have to pull the heart out, stab it with silver, and then bury it. Or burn the heart, stab the body with silver, and bury it. Or just dismember it entirely, and then bury each piece extremely far away from each other. Like, it's like, there's so many ways.
There's so many different types.
You don't know, like, which one is true. You can't figure out which one, like, would work just yet.
Interesting. Ernest, when he picks up the cup and sips the tea, and he's like, "Oh, that's good. That's very good. Thank you."
You're welcome.
It seems possible that it's a Wendigo, at the very least. The only thing that's kind of catching me off is that it's very smart. It's the fact that it's making tools and traps and stuff like that. And the vines don't sound right either. And it's almost like there's too many different ways to kill it. Like, way too many.
You get the idea that silver is its main, like, deterrent, at least, from what you know.
Silver looks like the main thing that's the go-to. Do you all carry any silver?
No.
I don't think so.
I carry
That's
brass.
all I have is silver. Is my sword made of silver by any chance?
No, it's not.
Okay.
You see,
I don't carry silver. No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't have silver on me, but might have an idea on how to get some.
You see Felix in the back raise his hand a little. Silver, you say? I got a few.
You get could be silver on tap.
It's really easy to melt down silver.
All right.
If you give me some time, I can dip your weapons and you get your bullets in silver. It seems like a normal werewolf hunt at this point.
Except it's not a werewolf. It's more closer to a Wendigo than anything, but not entirely.
Still, either way, silver is silver, and I got it. If you can give me your ammunition and your knives, I can go ahead and dip those in silver. It may take a while, but at least you'll have some way to damage it.
Ernest unloads his rifle and pulls out his I almost said mags, but
They're clips. They're clips.
Clips. They're clips. They're not mags this time.
These other bullets, because it's a hunting rifle. There's no clip or mag in a hunting rifle. Is there?
Technically, it is
Depends
considered
on
an
your rifle.
internal mag.
Well, yeah. Then he just take out his bullets and present them over to Felix.
I'd give him my hunting rifle and crowbar.
I give him
My
nothing.
silver
I
crowbar.
don't have any weapons.
Okay.
I'll hand over my pistol.
Okay. Now you guys are without weapons for the time being. What do you guys do?
At least I got a knife still.
I think we should go hunt the monster, guys.
Yeah, let's go hunt the monster.
I got some other weapons.
I'm gonna bring some tea to Naomi.
Can we have them?
No.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
bringing
that's what I figured.
Naomi?
Get
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah, you can bring tea to Naomi.
Yeah, I just want to give her some.
Okay.
I'll offer it at least if she wants it.
She opens the door and gratefully accepts it. But then she closes the door after.
Alright.
Fair enough, but
It's-
sad.
Ernest is kind of thinking to himself, I'm still curious if Silver's gonna do anything, though. This thing's partially made out of wood, or not technically. It has the possibility. Or, wait a minute, could this thing control magic?
Don't know,
You
but
don't. You don't know.
there's also the case of us using bullets.
You don't.
For the most
You
part.
don't see any reference of it being made of wood. These seem to be blood. These seem to be blood and bone and flesh creatures.
We might need more information. This is really smart, but we're kind of on a hitch.
It's almost as like you guys gotta go actively hunt it in the woods.
Well,
That might be ill-advised at this point.
especially when it's getting late. Who knows if it's a better hunter at night?
Right. Think.
You see Naomi eventually come out of. Actually, no. Never mind. I lied. I'm a liar.
How dare you?
Felix.
How dare you lie to us?
Felix speaks up and says, "Well, the longer we sit here, the longer or the more time it has to hunt."
That's right.
More time it has to set more traps and prepare itself.
We need to prepare ourselves first. Running at it will just get us killed.
Well, what if not all of us are left bare? Like, I don't know. Like, let's say, Jax, you get your crowbar back, but it's not silver. Everything else that's gonna be dyed silver is happening right now. Like, maybe some of us can have some of our weapons back currently.
But then what would the use of that be?
Well, I think at least we should at least get a good look at what this thing is. Because so far with every other thing that we've seen, we at least got to get a good look at it first. Mostly.
We didn't get a look at it. We didn't even see it.
That's what I'm saying. We should at least look at it and at least be more closer to what we're going for here.
I don't think it's a good idea right now, Ernest.
Alright. He sighs.
Probably on edge.
I understand wanting to get this done as fast as possible, but we need to be careful here.
Alright. I'm gonna check on Naomi. He kind of stands up and goes down to see Naomi, gently knocking on her door.
Come in. It's open. You hear from within.
Hey, Naomi.
What's up, Ernest?
Not much. We're getting kind of closer to whatever that thing was, but are you feeling all right? That was a lot, wasn't it?
It was certainly something. And do you guys deal with this? Like, how often?
Has it been like once a week or like once a month or?
I don't know. It seems like a monster. It seems like a monster of the week.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh. Pretty much once a week, kinda. I mean,
What? Once a week?
yeah. I mean, I already have seen my fair share of gruesome sights, but that's from other places, not from me doing this stuff. So I've kind of become not exactly numb, but I grew used to it at least. You know, there's still no There's no shame in not wanting to do this.
No, I want to do this. It's just new and, well, of course it's scary. I just want to do something about it. But
what?
Does it ever bother you though? Have you noticed? Why here?
A little bit. It is definitely strange that everything's happening. Not everything, but at least there's been a lot more, not cases, but there's been a lot more strange things happening around this town, which is definitely concerning in some sort of way. But what made you want to do this? That made you want to join us?
She sort of just looks down. She's sitting on the edge of her bed. And just says, ever since the banshee ripped my mom out of my arms, I don't know. She wasn't the best mother. But she shouldn't have died like that.
Nice.
And you guys fought so bravely and against what seemed to be the impossible, and I wanted some of that.
I see. Quite noble of you to want to help us and to help with your town and community. I respect it. Just don't push yourself too hard, Naomi. The only reason why I'm not as freaked out really is because I've had previous experiences with this kind of stuff.
When did you start?
When did I start? He kind of thinks to himself for a minute. Kind of started around my 10th birthday.
What'd you do?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. Kind of something I don't want to go into.
I guess it's just if
I'll
it's
just give you
everything's hard to explain nowadays.
Yeah, you can say that again. Just to give you the gist, I kind of started going into the same line of work that my mom is in.
Your mom hunts monsters too?
No, I'm not talking about hunting. I haven't started hunting until recently. I'm talking about, I'm talking about seeing just general grisly things, in other lines of work. I didn't start hunting.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember I saw your mom at the scene. She's the I guess doctor?
She works with mainly forensics. To make a long story short, she's the one who picks the bodies up. So.
Oh, okay.
So my mom has definitely seen a thing or two, but she definitely loves her job. But yeah, I've seen my fair share of that kind of stuff, and I've seen some supernatural stuff. Especially considering.
Do you like following in your mom's footsteps?
Yeah, I do. I honestly do. It's just the job is hard. Regardless with any situation that you find the person in, it can be pretty tame to something like what we saw, or sometimes worse. I haven't seen that much, but you know, uh, it. I like my job at least. It helps people with closure, I guess, and it helps things continue forward. If you get what I'm saying, instead of having a body just rest there that entire time, you can help clean up and help life move on forward. If you get what I'm saying.
Seems a little spiritual, don't you think?
Well, you kind of have to be.
Huh.
Each body has a soul, so
I guess that's true. She winces and you probably understand what she's probably thinking about. You saw also the banshee rip out her mom's soul and crush it in her hands. Not a pretty
Yeah.
sight to see.
You're thinking about that day, right?
How can I not?
That was definitely one of the more. It definitely hurt me personally when I saw that. It just like even much more, but that's why I'm doing this now. Trying to make sure that people aren't taken before their time, and to stop something so. I almost said soul crushing. That's not a good
That would have
saying.
been ill-timed.
Poor
That would have been
timing,
it.
man.
Something so gruesome to happen to someone,
Good word
especially. Damn it. Especially at that kind of stuff, because it, it it'll get easier, okay, Naomi. That's all I'm trying to say. It'll slowly get easier, but if it doesn't, there's no shame.
Thank you.
You're very brave. You know that, right, Naomi?
She sort of just pauses and just thinks. I guess I am. This tea is really good, though. I gotta say thank you to Ever.
Yeah, that doll really makes some good tea.
The doll really makes some good tea.
They do make good tea.
They do make
I love how
They do.
casually that was delivered.
It was so casual. Thus, with everyone in the library getting their weapons silvered, knowledge of what this could be a Wendigo and how it could be killed, we're gonna have to figure out next time on Katabasis.
Yeah! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for! That's what it's all about!